300 Spartan warriors currently stand at a bridgehead, and on the horizon, 7 million Persian warriors are full charging into their bridge defense. These Spartiates are some of the strongest soldiers in all of Greece. They've trained their entire lives to be brutal warriors, and now they're going up against their ultimate test. Outnumbered by millions, they must stand tall and hold this bridge. The first of the Persians come in and are easily felled, but more are to follow. There are actually 312 Spartans here because I couldn't get exactly 300 to spawn in on this bridge. A bunch of them kept on getting cut off by the rails and things like that. So they get a slight buff of 12 additional Spartans to try and hold off the oncoming 7 million Persian army. I don't think that they're going to be able to hold this bridge. I do expect them to get a few thousand kills at the very least. That's what we're hoping for, but I'd imagine eventually they will go down here. But we're not going to be ending this battle here. Once these 300 Spartans end up dying, we are going to be adding additional Spartan soldiers to them, archers to them, and catapults to them as well, to try and make it so even while still outnumbered by millions, the Spartan soldiers might stand a chance at holding the bridge defense. It is going to be an extremely hard battle, but I think it's something they could pull off. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you have not already, and comment down below if you'd like to see more ancient videos like this in the future. It's been a while since we've used the Spartans, but they're always a fun faction to come back to. Either way, there are some flank points on this map, so Persians will start flanking around the back, so that's going to eat into the Spartan defense at the front here by quite a bit. But right now, the Spartans actually already have 306 kills, and the Persians have 31. So they're actually getting about 10 kills per Spartan, which is a really impressive number. If they continue to hold to that ratio, then we should be looking at about 3,000 kills. However, the Spartans are now getting flanked by the Persians, which is going to cause a bit of a disaster for them. So why don't we go ahead and time-lapse the little Spartan last stand here, and then we're going to buff their lines in the Battle of Thermopylae Bridge here. I know Thermopylae was not actually on a bridge, but that's what we're doing today in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. Let's get it, baby. Alright, we got 4 more Spartiates remaining, and now 2. Where are they? Are they stuck somewhere? Oh, they're over here. Yeah, I think they are stuck. Alright, let's go out with a bang, boys! Oh, they do 100 damage per swing. 200 with a headshot? That's actually insane. Okay, we're dead. RIP. Ended up with 2,182 kills for the Spartans, which is great. Obviously 310 for the Persians. So let's go ahead and ramp up the Spartan defense here and really try and get it booming. Alright, boys, some Athenians have entered the chat, as well as some slave archers here. So let's go ahead and press start right here. Fun fact, there were actually quite a number of additional units at the Battle of Thermopylae that don't get mentioned alongside the 300 Spartiates. Lots of different perioikoi were in there, as well as Helot slaves and things like that, that other Greek nations also ended up sending from the coalition, as well as additional Spartan units. These, of course, are the most famous because they're the most elite units there. However, there were many more sent to fight against King Xerxes. So this is actually technically a little bit historically accurate. I believe there was like 17,000 or something like that additional Greek units on the battlefield alongside the Spartiates, and there were others blocking different passes and stuff like that around Thermopylae. So really, it's a much more interesting battle than people give it credit for. Like, a lot of times it's like, oh, it was really cool, 300 people versus, you know, a huge army. But in reality, there's a lot more moving parts to it, and I highly recommend researching it. It is such an interesting battle. Either way, this is going to be the next evolution of our bridge defense here. Still not entirely sure this is going to actually fully stop the enemies from coming forward, but having these guys in the rear to help out, and they actually have 550 health apiece, so they're pretty solid Greek units right there, as well as the Greek archers having a little bit of range units to them and letting loose some arrows. That's going to be very helpful as well to the Spartans in the front lines, because they're going to be fighting more damaged enemies that are going to be coming on in. So lots of moving parts in this part of the battle. I think it will help overall the Greek army. The flankers should be coming in. Yes, I see the first of the flankers coming in, so they will be matching up against the Athenians over this way, but we might have to upgrade this battle one more time. You know, right now the Greeks do have 7,200 kills, and the Persians have 470, which is great, but obviously that's not going to make up the millions of kill difference that the Greeks actually need to win this battle. But I'd figure we take some baby steps in doing this bridge battle in order to make it so we see the evolution of the Greek defense and slowly give them reinforcements and new units to make them even more special. One problem with these archers here is that the arrows actually are bouncing off some of the Persian shields and then hitting some of the Spartiates behind them. That's not good. That's damaging their own men, though I do think it's doing more damage to the Persians than it's doing to the Spartiates, so I'd say it's still worth it, but obviously not great. All right, here we go. Let's see how these Athenians end up doing against the Persians. All right, they're caught a little bit off guard, but they'll turn around and hopefully, yep, do a little something against these boys. Beautiful. They're starting to get some kills now against these Persian soldiers in the flank, and I see a few archers firing this way as well. We might get another flank from over here, and yes, actually, I do see some Persian soldiers coming in from this flank as well. Oh, and this bridge over here. So, yeah. I wish there was a bridge map that was just one huge bridge, and there was no other bridges on the map. I really need Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 devs to make that, because that would be so incredible. Sadly, does not exist at this point, but yeah, that would be awesome. Either way, let's go ahead and time-lapse the bridge defense here and watch the Spartans go down. 1,000 dead Spartans now and 17,000 dead Persians, so about 17 kills per Greek. Alright boys, 10 minutes later, and the bridge is halfway crossed here, and the flankers are making some pretty decent work. The archers are dying out pretty quickly here too, so yeah, I think it's probably not long until the Persians get a dominant victory here, but at the very least, we do have 56,000 kills from the Spartans and only 4,000 of them dead, so they're actually doing a really nice job here of taking down Persians overall. It's just probably not going to be enough, so let's just continue to watch the bridge get fully crossed here. Alright, we're down to our last 400 Spartans. I think they're all here? Are there a few? Oh, there are a few Athenians up here on the buildings. They'll eventually get glitched to death up there, but we are looking at 78,326 dead Persians, 7,800 dead Spartans at this point. It's just kind of a collapsing of the bridge here. Alright, boys, well, that's pretty much it. There's a bunch of dudes up top here still fighting, but they'll die out eventually. They won't really have that much of an impact. 80,000 dead Persians, 8,000 dead Spartans. So, let's go ahead and really ramp this up. Alright, boys, just under 200,000 Greek warriors. We have different Spartan warriors now guarding different bridges as well. And then all the way over this way with our main bridge, we have these new Spartan scout units, which are a lighter Spartan, more like a perioikoi, I'd assume. We also have our regular Spartans further back. Then we have more Spartan archers, or Greek archers rather. We've got catapults on the battlefield as well. Then even further back here, more new Spartan warriors, some more Greek warriors angled across the battlefield here, different hoplites and things of those nature. Over this way we've got new just sort of basic Greek units, and then on this bridge over this way we additionally have new Greek warriors who these guys look awful, I'll be honest, but the other ones look cool. Okay, so after a number of them perished while underwater, we're actually at 167,000 Greek units versus 6.75 million Persians, because a few Persians don't spawn in due to the mountains and stuff like that. So let's see how this goes now. These scouts have 400 health, so they're actually pretty decent units for just being scouts, but at the same time, I'm not entirely sure they're going to last for too long on the battlefield here. The catapults not firing out just yet. I think these guys need to get a little bit closer, but our other bridges should be holding off some of the enemies for now, which is good. A few of these guys spawned in the water, many drowned, others didn't, so there's a few guys down here. Oh, there's a few guys over here too. Very nice. And then this bridge also has more of these Spartan warriors defending over this way. So we've got a little bit of protection on the flanks. These guys have actually 1,200 health, so those are some fairly powerful units. And by the way, for reference, Persians only have 100 health. Persians are some of the worst units in this game, so that's good for the Spartans, certainly. There's our catapults firing away now. You can see those rocks flinging on out there. There's 500 catapults in total on the battlefield, and then 30,000 archers now, and I think some archers should be firing. No, I'm not really seeing any arrows at all. Oh, wait, over here there are arrows because this area right here is actually pretty close across the river. So, some of the Persians should be getting shot up by arrows over this way. We're also seeing Persians getting thrown into the air by the catapult fire, so that will be extremely helpful, I think, in this battle. They're still outnumbered by a lot. I mean, this is going to be a very brutal fight. But I'm hoping with these new, stronger units across, you know, some of the fellas, like those Spartan units on the other bridges that have 1,200 health, they should be able to get a solid number of kills. And on top of that, more archers plus catapults will result in more kills as well. So we're hoping that they can make up for this numeric difference with their choke points, with their superior soldiers, as well as their range units being able to fire out. Right now, Persians are making it through some of the frontline Spartan scouts out here. Off on the end over this way, they're also making it through a little bit, but there's a point here where the Spartan scouts actually are combined with the regular Spartan warriors over this way, and at that point, it's going to be a very dense battle. It'll be very, very difficult for the Persians to make it through. On top of that, We also have units actually facing backwards now on the flanks. So these guys, once these bridges end up eventually capitulating, they will have the ability to defend their flanks a little bit better. How much health do these guys have? These guys actually have 1,700 health, so they're very powerful units. They should be able to do a decent job of defending this bridge. I don't think they're going to defend it indefinitely, but at the very least, they're going to be able to put up a decent fight here and stop some of this Persian advance over this way. Already, we have 5,200 dead Spartans on the battlefield and 58,000 dead Persian units. So, not a bad trade-off right there, especially considering the fact that not all of the catapults are probably firing just yet. Actually, no, I think all of them are, but I think some of the archers are not firing just yet. Yeah, not all of the archers are firing, so once all of the range units really get involved here, I think it will be a far more devastating impact against these Persians, especially when they're all concentrating their fire on the bridge here. That is going to be really nice. It's going to make it very difficult for the Persians to actually go ahead and cross that bridge. Let's actually check on the other bridges over this way. These guys are actually at risk of getting flanked, and it looks like, yes, they are going to be getting flanked right now. Look at this, these guys flanking around the side. There's always another bridge on this map susceptible to flanking, which is just such a problem. But even still, these guys are getting bloodied over here, destroying Persians left and right, doing a beautiful job of holding the bridge. I love a good melee battle in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. They are so unbelievably fun to do. There's just something so special about them. They're so fun, and couple that with a bridge defense, baby. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. All right, let's go ahead and watch the overhead here. Let's watch the corner, because corners are, you know, susceptible to a lot of damage. And let's watch these Persian lines pushing inwards into the Spartan lines and see how the Spartans end up holding. Spartans have been pushed back a considerable amount at this point. It's not tragic though, and the double up areas are clearly holding better. You can see sort of this line where there's like no double up units here, and then there's double up units over this way, so that's actually a good sign that this chunk here will survive for a pretty decent amount of time. This area over here, doing better, of course, because they've got all of this missile support going on. Those catapults working overtime right now. Absolutely bonkers. Very nice. So hopefully they can defend for the long run. And the right side has a similar thing going on right here with just a trickle in of Persians coming in. On this end, it looks like this flank is coming to fruition a little bit more. These guys might get knocked out eventually here. So why don't we go ahead and watch this time lapse for a bit. Scouts barking in the background. 145,000 Spartans remaining. They have 300,000 kills. 6.3 million Persians remain. Let's get it. Ten minutes later, and the Persians have made it just about halfway across the bridge here, and they've really eaten away at the back lines over this way. So pretty soon, once all these guys are dead, all of these units are going to surge this way and come into the flanks of these guys hard. That will be a nightmare, I think, for the Greeks to deal with. But for now, on this side, they're still handling this with tremendous grace. How's it going over here? Oh, these guys are doing great. Yeah, these guys are really dominating. Heck yeah, brother. Heck yeah. 130,000 Greeks remain. What's this? It's weird. It's like some rocks floating in the air. Oh, Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, you are a disaster sometimes. Let's do a vast overhead here so we get to see when the Persians come crashing into these lines over this way. 5.8 million Persians remaining, 129,000 Spartans now remaining. Well, the flank here actually remains secure after all that time. I thought we were going to have an epic charge from the Persians, but it just hasn't happened. Oh, was it about to happen? What's happening here? They're attacking... Oh, there's just like a few dudes over here doing like a little holdout, and it's stalling the Persians for quite a bit of time here, so that's actually pretty good for them. How about the other end, the other flank? And the other flank seems to be holding out just fine. These guys are doing great. I mean, they have taken losses, but like, look at these body piles they're creating. Well, part of that's the hill, but you know what I'm saying. They're doing well. They're doing well. So we like to see that. And actually, the Spartans are at 2 million kills at this point, which is very impressive for ancient armies with only some missiles amongst them. That's actually very good. There are 97,000 Spartans still remaining on the battlefield and 3.9 million Persians still remaining on the battlefield. So there is quite a number to go here. It's not Jover till it's Jover, baby. But why don't we get up close and personal and watch around here for a little while, and I'll keep an eye out to see that Persian flank go down. Oh, here we go, guys. The charge is occurring in the background here. Look at that. So they must have finally eliminated the other two bridges down that way and are now beginning to charge these standard Greek soldiers over here. These guys, I think, are decent. How much health do they have? They have 400 health. Okay, so they're okay. The real problem here is it's actually distracting a number of the catapults and archers over here, so they're not going to be firing as much towards the bridge this way anymore. They're not on the bridge yet, but they certainly are getting close to it, and I'm hoping the bridge ends up being a very good stall point for the Spartan army. That is going to be essential. This bridge is still doing fantastic. They're not even on it yet over here either, so that's very nice. We'd love to see. Very good. But yes, this flank could be rather problematic. There is missile fire helping them out. Some of it is rebounding backwards and hitting their own Greek soldiers, which is a problem. But we've also got these troopers over here too, who are very solid 1,200 health. They're the same Spartan warriors that were over on those bridges, so obviously those guys held out for quite some time, so they'll be able to hold the back flank over here. Then you get some of the Athenian soldiers in here as well, who, let's see, how much health do these guys have again? I'm having trouble getting one. There we go, 550, so they're a little bit better than your standard trooper, and then there's all the archers in here as well. So that will be helpful eventually. The Greek hoplites over this way are probably not going to interact with these guys, but they will secure this flank when that sort of comes in that way. So it is opening up another avenue for the enemies to attack, which is not a very good thing. But once this initial very large burst of Persians ends up coming through this flank, it's probably going to trickle down quite a bit, because like once all of these troops flood this way, then it's going to be just however many can get across at a time from that bridge. So I think we'll have a big burst of success from the Persians on this flank immediately, and then slowly they'll taper off a little bit more. So it's not a huge threat for the Spartans and the Greeks, but it is a bit of a threat. Again, the bridge here, look at this. It's like angry bees, wasps, all just storming forward all at once against these Persian soldiers. It is brutality over here. and they are getting to the actual bridge here fairly soon, where it will create a nice choke point, and hopefully these Spartans can hold that choke point quite nicely against these guys and get a lot of kills. And they are getting a lot of kills either way. Right now there are 93,000 Greeks remaining and 3.4 million Persians remaining, with 2.3 million kills for the Spartans. It's probably a little bit higher than that because drownings do occur as well. The explosive sort of projectile fire from the various different rocks will not necessarily all count as kills. I am noticing there's a body bridge going on here. That could get worse and lead to a flank happening over here. Yeah, look, I think that is going to occur, which will be pretty wild. In the flank here, yeah, we have the full surge coming forward now from over here. Again, they just need to hold off for a little bit until it turns into a bit of a trickle down in this area. But for now, the Persians are cutting through these guys pretty nicely. It's not going super duper well for them. And I would actually say maybe even the arrow rebound fire is helping more than it's hurting the Persians right now, because I'm seeing a lot of these guys actually getting hit by those arrows. That is definitely brutal for them over here. Over this way, less arrows are going in over here, so it's actually a stronger hold position in this direction, which is good. So that's very nice. We like to see that. But over here, not going super well. But I don't think this flank is like too in danger of getting completely destroyed. As long as they can hold them back from the catapults for a while here, I think we're good. If they can hold them back for a while until the trickle-in starts, we're solid in this realm. But I would like to see over here, like, just the Persians actually getting onto the bridge, as well as like keeping an eye out for that bridge over there. There's going to be another one forming right here, because you can see the bodies are going deep into the water here. But that bridge over there is closer to developing. And actually, wait, there's another bridge forming over here right now. Oh my goodness. So actually the hoplites are getting into some serious action over here. The body piles are building up so much on the river that it's creating all of these different new points where the Persians can start to cross over. So that is not good for the Greeks. These hoplites have 800 health, so they're fairly good, but yeah, they don't exactly make up a real phalanx or anything like that. It would be cool if they did, but yeah, they're not going to do it because it's ultimate epic battle too. Either way, this is looking like a tricky situation to be in for these hoplites and for the Greeks as a whole. It's getting rough. It certainly is, and this is going to open up as a breach as well. So let's watch the main bridge here, as well as that other bridge potentially forming. We've got 3.24 million Persians remaining and 90,000 Greeks remaining. Alright guys, well, we've got 85,000 Spartans remaining, so they're dying quite slowly, which is really, really good, because we're at 90,000, 20 minutes ago, and there are 2.8 million remaining Persians, so they're doing quite well. I could actually see them potentially winning this. They're halfway through the Persians, which is great. This bridge obviously developed during that time-lapse, and I can't wait to see it in time-lapse, because I bet it looks really cool developing like that. I think it would be probably pretty sick. Over this way, this bridge has also built up a lot more, so they're getting a lot more land mass going, which is a little bit scary, not very good. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit precarious, especially once they sort of breach this area and are able to go around the flank there. This bridge, looks like the Persians are just now actually getting on the bridge itself, but these guys have done a bang-up job destroying quite a bit of that Persian army. And then the flank over here, let's see if they reach the catapults. Okay, so they have somewhat reached the catapults, and in fact some of the catapults are getting a little bit dinged up here because of that archer fire being reflected back from the Persian shields. Persians are still pretty full speed ahead over here. Looks like they do thin out this way a bit more, and then there's quite a number over here. Wait, what are these? What are they doing? Oh, there's Spartans up here. Oh my goodness, these guys are still getting Persian kills, which is kind of dope. So there's quite a number of them distracted over that way as well, which is very nice. Love to see. These guys still holding out over here too. So overall, we're still doing quite well on this here battlefield. Let's just go ahead and let it ride for a little bit here. So that way we don't have like the longest amount of time-lapsing possible, and my computer can still handle some time-lapsing in the future, because I think this is going to be quite a long battle with all these melee units involved. But currently we have 84,000 Spartans remaining and 2.7 million Persians. Alright boys, about 40 minutes have gone by here, and we are down to 73,000 Spartans left. Obviously, quite a bit of gains have been made by the Persians, especially over here, and looks like the bridge has been crossed now. Almost, actually. There's still a small defense right here. That's actually crazy. So the Persians are coming through this way. There's just archers between them and the catapults, which is not a good thing. The catapults need to stay alive if we want to win this thing. We've actually only got 1.26 million Persians remaining, which is pretty impressive. That is crazy. So this bridge still defending, so that's good. These guys still fresh, so that's also very good, and these hoplites going hard. This area though, actually catapults still somewhat alive over here. I think a few have been lost, but yeah, overall this side's still looking good too. So it's mainly these three bridges right here that are the main problem, and this bridge entrance is eventually going to get cut. So we have 1.24 million remaining Persians, 72,700 remaining Greeks. Let's go ahead and time-lapse again here, because I think we are getting into the final throes of this battle. So let's watch this final bridge stand over here. Oh, boys, the breach is getting real here. A lot of the catapults are going to start going down pretty soon, as a lot of these Persians are digging deep and pushing deep into the different Greek lines throughout here. We've got 900,000 Persians remaining, so a lot are dying pretty quickly now, which is good for the Greeks. Full-on assault team over here, but it's getting to be that trickle in as most of the others died. And then over here we've got just a big boy assault going on. So let's watch the hoplites hold out, and then we can also see the catapults getting blitzed in the background right there. 896,000 Persians remaining. They're dying fast, but also only 63,000 Spartans remaining, so Spartans are starting to die pretty fast as well. Alright boys, 30 more minutes have gone by, and look at the swaths of area that the Persians have taken over. They're starting to lose less and less, which is not a good sign. And that's mainly because almost all of the archers and the catapults are dead. In fact, there's only like 3 catapults in there, 4, and they're on top of buildings. Archers also only on top of buildings. And then we have the very, very back lines over here, still alive currently, which I have very little hope for. This bridge over here, still holding out very, very nicely. So it's good to see that these guys are at least, you know, bringing their A game, but everywhere else, oh my goodness, look at the water levels. The water displacement is insane. It's because of all the bodies in here. That's actually crazy. Well, that's what 6.5 million dead Persians look like, and some Spartans in there too. Either way, let's watch the big bulky mess here for a while. Alright, another 20 minutes went by, and they've made barely any progress forward. This is a crazy long battle that we're looking at here, and especially over here where we've got multiple units all stacked together, it's going to be very hard for the Persians. We still have just under 31,000 Greeks remaining, and there's still these guys over here too, so I think it's going to be pretty long battle. I'm just going to let it ride for a while and see what happens. 433,000 Persians, 30,000 Greeks. Right, boys, another 15 minutes have gone by, and these guys are still duking it out. 28,000 remaining Greek soldiers, and they will get the uphill advantage pretty soon, which is great, although the body piles kind of negate that, so never mind. But they're not getting attacked at all from this direction anymore. It's really just a steady flood from over here, and then the boys on the bridge over this way, which not really on the bridge anymore, but still, these guys are holding out as well. Let's actually watch this side for a little while here, see how this goes. Still 360,000 Persians left alive, and again, 28,000 Spartans left alive. So it could be anyone's game here. Without the archers and the catapults, the Spartans are killing way slower, but at the same time, they're still outpacing the Persians. But will that stay? I don't know. Let's find out. "15 minutes later, these boys still holding up. 26,000 Greeks remain on the battlefield, and 296,000 Persians remain. There's almost no Persian presence over here anymore. So, I think all of them are over there. Let's have these guys attack. Why not? You know, have a little fun. Get down to that. Yes, sir. Okay, so they're going to eliminate the last few Persians over this way. Oh, I actually am seeing a few more arrows. Oh, it's these guys here. Wait. Let's have them attack too. Boom, boom. Attack. Firepower. Okay, so they swarmed the last of the Persians over this way. Now they should head over here. Right? Hopefully. What are they doing? You being goobers? They're being goobers. Oh my God, look at the body piles. It still astonishes me. It's absolutely insane. Oh my god. They're heading this way? Are there like Persians stuck over here? Just go over here. Just go over here. That's all you gotta do. There we go. There we go. Some Persians are actually going to meet them in the middle, which is very exciting. Oh no, don't drown though. Don't drown though. We're just trying to do something fun here for the boys. Don't go losing now. I feel like they should win. 292,000 Persians remaining, 26,000 Spartans slash Greeks remaining. I think the Greeks should have this. So we're opening up a second front here. The bridge still defending, but these guys also coming out. Let's watch. Well, lads, it seems like everyone died here. You can see the line. Oh, there's Spartans running this way. There's 235 remaining Persians. These are all Spartans right here, actually, too. So I take it they won because there are 14,330 Spartans remaining. It looks like they're just hunting down and killing the last 235 Persians, although I don't know where they are now, but obviously 14,000 Spartans will wipe the floor with 235 Persians. So a huge Spartan victory at the end here. 200,000, actually under 200,000, like 160,000 versus 7 million, and they win. The goats. The goats. Plus they had, of course, beautiful bridge defenses, which are crazy. Yeah, absolutely insane. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button. Bye! I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.